on Facebook. It's Love Tea Time Talk Radio, and we had a guest tonight. I don't even know where to begin. Jamie Starr Johnson, a national activist. We found out we were waiting to begin our show, and Jamie went missing. I haven't been able to find her for about 7 hours today. And I found out about 10 minutes ago she is in jail. She was arrested. I'm not going to give the details right now on that. But we're going to go forward and do what Jamie wanted tonight. And we have some important audio to share with everybody here tonight. I'm like so shocked right now. I don't even know. I mean, I want to go forward and do this for her, but I'm also very shocked about the fact that she's in jail, and I wanted to do this with her, and she really wanted this. So I'm going to play some audio. I'm not going to talk much here. I'm going to play some audio. The first audio I will play, Jamie wanted to make public. Jamie wanted to make this public. Hold on one second. The first audio I'm going to play for you is an update on her CPS case and a conversation she had with a CPS caseworker, just a very short segment she wanted to get out to the public so people knew why she was coming forward and going live at this time on her case. I will play that, and then I will play something else she wanted the public to hear. Here we go.
March is a permanency hearing.
March is a permanency hearing. So if we don't have, I mean, I just have to evaluate where you guys are at, because at the permanency hearing, if we haven't made any successful leaps forward, we're going to have to file for termination and ask for.
So you're going to turn. I knew you guys were going to do that. I knew it. You know what? This is what y'all do all the time.
Okay, that was Jamie and her caseworker. She wanted everyone to hear that. Her case, they're telling her that her case is going toward TPR, which is termination of her rights, and it is devastating. It has only been 8 months, about a half a year since her children were taken. There was no abuse, no neglect. The children were quite healthy. I can't even believe this is happening. And 8 months later, a half a year later, they're talking about permanency hearing and termination of her rights. It's very fast, unheard of, and very concerning. So what I'm going to play right now is, we have a lot of evidence that I've been collecting. We're going to begin with the police body cam of the day that Jamie's children were taken from her at the home where she had left them at a family's home for the weekend for a family visit. And Jamie went to pick them up as scheduled and found out that her children were being hid from her and she couldn't see them, couldn't find them. She was banging on the door, "Where are my kids?" And the police were called, and the police showed up, and Jamie called me during the whole event. I stayed on the phone. I recorded that event on my phone, and I aired that event months ago when that happened. And I now have the body cam of the police and their conversations and phone calls with the prosecutor and with CPS during the time her children were taken. And what I heard and what was captured on that was something I think every family who is involved with CPS needs to hear. Everybody, tune in. It's about an hour-long body cam. I have 2 different body cams. It will equal 1 hour long. Each one is a half an hour. And you have, I'm going to call it Officer 1 and Officer 2. There's some information on number 1 that's important and information on number 2, so I have to play them both. I will play them both back to back, but before I do that, I want to play one short video of the children's father that Jamie wanted to get out to the public, talking about the kind of mother that Jamie is. And this is the truth. Jamie's a very loving mother, and She has provided a solid home for her children since the day where they were born, and she loves them very much. And this is all shocking. I'm in shock right now, so I'm kind of speechless. So I'm going to play the police body cam after I play one short audio of their dad, the children's dad, saying what kind of mother Jamie is. Here we go. Speaking to CPS.
Hello?
Hi, Mike Howe?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Tracy Dotson. I am the father of... I wanted to call and touch base about the case that you are investigating under Jamie Wareheim Johnson, my ex-wife.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah, so we just kind of had a report regarding concerns for Jamie providing care for the children. Do you have any concerns at all?
No, none, absolutely none. There's never been an issue. To my knowledge, I believe it's something that somebody has said maliciously towards her to try to get her into a situation, but there's never an issue here. We co-parent very well together. There has never been any abuse. She has never abused drugs, like they said, or even remotely close to being suicidal. So I don't know why those situations or those allegations are even coming about.
Right. Yeah, and that can happen from time to time. Well, it happens, but
yeah, because she's an advocate, and she is going to get negative stuff thrown at her left and right. I stay out of the media or the limelight, but she is very active in it, and that's going to happen. That's going to come around, and those are situations that are unfortunately unstoppable due to them being outside of her control.
Right. Okay. So have you known Jamie to ever have substance abuse issues or even use substances?
No.
Okay. And have you ever noticed marks or bruises on the children?
None.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, and that's basically kind of what we were trying to find. I know Jamie kind of deals with DCS issues a lot, just in terms of I guess on the foundation level.
Yeah. Yep.
She didn't really want to kind of move forward with any of the paperwork or sign anything, which is, I understand. Well, we kind of just want to check everything out, so I appreciate you giving me a call.
You're welcome.
And I'm actually in the car right now, so
okay.
If I might not be thinking of a couple questions.
Okay.
Is this your...
Yes, it's my cell. You can reach me here. Yep.
Okay, and your name is Tracy Wareheim?
No, Tracy Dotson, D-O-D-S-O-N.
Tracy Dotson,
yep.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay, Tracy Dotson, all right. Yeah, if I can think of any other questions, I might give you a call.
Okay.
Also, I might want to get your address.
Okay.
So we can send you what's called a notice of availability where you get a copy of the report when it's done.
Okay.
So
you can text me.
We'll just mail that to you.
Okay.
We just ask that you mail a letter asking for it. And
okay.
That you mention the children's names and just include a picture of your photo ID.
Okay.
We can get that to you.
Okay, no problem.
So, all right. Well, if you can think of anything else that might be useful, go ahead and give me a call. This is my cell phone.
Okay.
And text as well.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
That was Dad of the children, Jamie's ex-husband. And for the record, both Dad and Mom, both Tracy and Jamie, love their children very, very much. And they are both working their case plan full-time, around the clock, trying to do their best to get their children back. And you heard what the caseworker said. They're leaning toward TPR, termination, in only a half a year, which is outrageous, heartbreaking, and unbelievable because both parents have never abused or neglected their children in any way. How does this happen here in America? How does it happen? I really don't know. But we do know that sometimes agencies do work together in these situations, and I think we hit on a hot spot of where the real problem is, and you're about to hear it. We're going to play audio number 1, which is body cam 1 I call him Officer 1, and Officer 1 showed up first, and he did not turn his body cam on while he handcuffed Jamie. That's correct. When an officer goes to put their hands on you, their body cam must be on. But he did not turn his body cam on while he handcuffed Jamie. He turned it on well after he handcuffed her. And then we have body cam 2. I will play right after this one. Body cam 2, Officer 2, his audio came on during the time of Jamie getting handcuffed, but after she was handcuffed, because he arrived on the scene minutes after the handcuffing began. Jamie was not violent. Jamie was not making any threats. Jamie was as calm as she could be with her children missing. I know this because I was there. I heard the whole thing. She called me on the way. She was very upset because she couldn't get a hold of anyone, and she was just very worried. So she arrived and she just wanted to see her babies. What mother wouldn't? I mean, a mother becomes a bear when they can't find their babies. And what has happened since then, I've been on the phone with Jamie often. I have the documents on this case. I have collected my own information on this case. I've collected all the police reports and body cameras, and wait till you see what else I have. But for tonight, we're going to play the audio to body cam 1 and body cam 2. Freedom Public Press, Shara Michelle, here we go. You're going to hear blank spaces because it is, I'm not changing the audio. It's already been redacted by the police department. I am not going to shorten it or alter it. You're getting the raw file. And I'm going to play the audio now. Camera 1, Officer 1, body cam 1. Here we go.
Thank you. Control 1237, copy at 27 when you're ready.
Not as cold as I thought it was for a gloomy day.
Five 0291111. I don't know just yet. Just wait a minute till we figure out what's going on here. So what's going on?
So DCS has been involved.
Yes, we was out there yesterday, and she wouldn't let DCS in home. I don't know anything other than that.
The children were officially removed. I do have the placement letter right here from the DCS worker that says that as of yesterday, I have been placed an unlicensed foster or something for them. Me and Joel Roberson. This is our...
Clear, thank you.
I have called Angela and left her a message. She hasn't answered.
Okay, so you have every right to have the kids. This is the paperwork. There's your ID back. Hold on just 1 second. So this lady has every right to have the kids. Okay. Paperwork's right here. I mean, you can read it just as well as I can. And she's over here stomping around, throwing a hissy fit because she doesn't have the kids.
How did the kids take it?
That was yesterday's date too. Because she was on that side of the house coming around when I seen her.
Is McFeely the one we were dealing with yesterday?
Tony?
No, Angel McFeely.
Yes.
It's the same lady we dealt with yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, the question is she, I mean, this is family, right?
Yeah, this is Meijer and this is Meijer Johnson.
Okay, so it's not like unless there's an order stating she can't be around the kids or on the property, I don't know that we can do anything other than just trespass her.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We can do that.
Okay. Yeah, her proof, she's going to have to be aware of that.
Okay. So, do you want her here? You do not want her here?
Not if she's like, I mean, she's going around my whole house, stomping and banging on my door. My children are inside. She can't be civil. So.
Yes. So you do not want her here?
No, I don't. She's not allowed to right now. No.
Do you want her trespassed from the property?
Like charged?
No, just trespass. It's just a warning.
To make her leave?
Yes, and if she returns, so basically it's a piece of paper. It's a trespass warning from this address. And she'll be given that warning and stated if she's in violation of that trespass warning, then she can be taken to jail.
Okay, what would that mean for the DCS? I know that they're talking about like visitation and stuff.
They'll have to work out that with that, but other than that,
I would.
Okay. Alrighty. That's how we're.
She doesn't want her here.
She wants her trespassed.
Trespasser, she comes back and take her out.
Yep.
Did she fight you?
She was getting ready to, and then I had no clue this fucker was.
Just no contact.
She was trying to resist at first. When I tried to detain her, she was tensing up.
She has my kids, and then without any paperwork you guys have, or anybody has, those children are rightfully mine.
You want me to call the DCS right now? Because I can call DCS.
I just read the paperwork.
What paper? I want to see the paperwork. I have never seen any paperwork.
Jamie, wait a minute. Jamie, the all of a sudden you understand that nobody's telling you where your children are, and that is not right, and nobody will tell you where they are. You don't even know that they're okay.
It's a DCS matter. That's not a police matter.
It is not a DCS. Now, Miss Wheeler.
If DCS takes custody of your kids.
And where is that? Have
DCS has custody of your kids.
Where is the paperwork that states DCS has custody of my kids?
Okay. Would you
where
like me to call DCS
no,
right now?
I want you to show me right now where that is.
Okay. I will call DCS. And
I've already contacted DCS this morning, asked them to call me back. She said she was in a meeting and that she would contact me, but the meeting's been over and nobody has. Nobody has a rightful right to detain my children without a court order. So here now, Miss Muffet over there is going to go in and call DCS.
Have I ever been disrespectful?
You know what? Yes, you have, because you're sitting here again, putting your power up.
Yep.
They just trespassed me.
Children are. You are being trespassed from this address. I'll get you a trespass warning.
I gratefully and willingly gave my children to this house. And until somebody provides me with something...
Listen, you are being trespassed from this address.
This will go public, every bit of it.
If you return to this address, you'll be in violation of that trespass.
House. Did she trespass me? My mom is the owner of this house.
The resident was trespassed.
So the resident, my daughter, who has my two children, who I just told you is keeping my children, is trespassing me.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Don't smile. You're the one that snapped the gun out of it.
Do you have information from her in the previous runs?
Is she not giving you an ID?
No.
I mean, that's failure to identify. I'm just saying. She doesn't want to give you an ID.
If you want the paperwork on this one, you can definitely have it. So.
Well, we ran her yesterday.
Yeah.
No, up on her address. Yeah, run my history from yesterday. These two.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did DCS finally get... Yeah,
she's got the paperwork.
He and I have both read it. DCS has provided the children to her to keep here.
But not on our run.
Say what?
Not on your guys' run.
No.
Yeah, well, not directly. Apparently went back.
Right. And then somehow got the kids.
Yeah, well, DCS gave them to her.
Yeah, but I'm saying that she wasn't letting you guys in yesterday.
No,
she was not letting
she was saying
us or...
Get an order. And McFeely said, fine, I'll go get an order.
So she got the order.
So she went and got the order, came over, got the kids.
The kids are placed here.
And they're placed here with the idea that she would put them into school.
Yes.
Now, here's the funny part. What's the address here again? They're going to Washington Township. They're still in Avon School? No.
I mean, schools.
So
who is this to her?
Daughter. And her, the gentleman.
Are you two the only one? Are you two the only one that lives here at this address?
Children, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is her
my
grandmother's
grandmother's house. So it's in her
which is
name.
her mom.
Yeah, but
Yes,
you are
but
the.
we live here.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So this is grandmother's house,
Right.
which is her mother. They live here.
Right.
Grandmother, nothing like that.
They can issue a trespass.
Yes. So her, him, kids are good.
How old are the kids? Yeah, do you know offhand?
No.
Okay, don't ask.
They got paperwork there, but it's going to be, I'm just going to say it's going to be a bitch to get her off this property.
No, because she gets one opportunity. Otherwise, we take her.
Yeah.
She's got to go.
Once she's handed that trespass warning, she doesn't go.
So somebody stand by when I uncuff her.
The prosecutor's also accept that. She doesn't have to leave and come back.
No.
She has to be.
So, yeah.
She has to go. Do me a favor. I'm gonna call prosecutor's office. See if she can email you or me the paperwork.
You got a business card or? I got one. I don't know why I asked for yours. Oh, no, I got mine.
No, just have her email that paperwork so we can put it.
Okay. Hey, Miss Brianna? Brianna? Is it? Brianna. All right. Bree. Okay. This is the other officer here. That paperwork from the Angela McFeely lady.
She's calling me right now.
She is calling you?
Yes.
Okay. Post.
Hey, Angela, the cops are here.
I do have.
DCS is on the phone right now.
All right. Who do I hand the phone to?
Just hold on, just wait a minute. Will you email or forward that?
Send it.
Forward
yes.
it, whatever that copy. Like just forward it. Type in forward the email to this, so we can have the paperwork on file
Yes.
and everything like
Most
that.
definitely, I can do that right now.
Yeah, if you could just do it right now.
Waiting right now.
Can I put her on speaker?
Here's the officer. Oh, sorry. Let me put on speaker.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey, Angela.
Hi.
This is Officer Westfield. Me and Officer Poston was out there yesterday with you when you first spoke to.
Jamie?
Yeah, first spoke to Jamie, and she wouldn't let us in.
Yeah.
Okay, she's returned here, and Brianna and Joel do not want her here, so we are having her trespass from this property.
Perfect.
And we are getting Brianna to send a copy of that your letter from you guys to Brianna about placing the children here.
Yes, the children were rescued from Jamie yesterday. Jamie has been informed.
Yes. Okay. We are getting her to email a copy of that to one of us so we can have the paperwork on file and put it in there as well.
Okay, I can always email it to you guys too if you want to give me your email address.
Yeah. I'll just give you mine. It's going to be L Westerfield.
Okay, hold on. You're talking too quick. Let me log on to my system.
Yeah, you're okay.
L Westerfield, WESTERFIELD.
Yes, ma'am. At plainfieldpd.org. I'll just give you a card too as well.
Thank you, sir.
ORG. Attach.
I'm not stealing your phone or nothing. I'm taking it over here.
Okay, I just sent it to you. Let me know if you didn't get it.
Okay, I'll check in just a minute. We're getting paperwork from DCS
Okay.
sent to us.
Are they wanting us to write it to mom? Or are we just getting it just for our own?
On paperwork. Their own, yeah. But
Alright, I'm
just,
almost done with my trespass.
yeah, I got it.
Okay, let me know if you need anything else.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
I emailed.
Do you want him trespassed as well?
Yeah, that's the boy right now.
Okay. Hey, can you get his ID?
He said he already gave you that.
Did you get his info?
Yes, it's in the run.
It's in the run?
Yep.
2337.
You trespassing in as well?
Can you trespass the male as well? I'll be famous for it. Clear. Copy. Beach Grove. Four 6107. Anthony S. Wiltsey. S. Wiltsey. Control 1237. Can you log Jamie Johnson and Anthony Wiltsey trespass from police? I cleaned out my gutter and it washed away the side of my rock wall and pushed it out. When I turned in, I scraped it.
Oh, nice. Can you just send me a quick email so I can just reply to it? That way you got it.
Are we going to have to give her more paperwork?
We're going to get copies of these to Miss McFeely.
Okay. This is going to be fun. I will do him first.
So, but my kids, you asked me specifically if my kids were in the house.
Right. We were resolving an issue with your roommate and doing what we can to keep your kids safe in the process.
And my kids were safe.
This is that roommate.
I don't know.
Correct.
Listen. I don't know what all the DCS stuff is. It's not my right to judge what DCS does.
It's the same thing I've told you guys many times. I told her even yesterday. I had proof that this hate group was going to call them.
Okay.
Because of a 2-year anniversary.
Okay.
The 2-year anniversary of a standoff where these stupid idiots came into my life.
Okay.
I have reported.
I hear you, and I know that you've had those issues. But at the end of the day, your best bet in order to get DCS on your side is to cooperate with them.
But I'm a rights activist, so all I ask them to do is take the necessary channels to go and compel me. That is my right.
Okay, but if you don't have any problem in your home, then why would you fight with DCS about it?
Oh my gosh. Because I'm the #1 speaker against DCS in the state.
Okay, well that's your right to do that, but it's also DCS's right to take care of your children too.
For what? There's no proof or evidence of anything.
You have to talk to DCS. I don't know. You know I'm not here defending DCS. What I'm saying is that they are a separate channel from us. That they have.
Use you right now. They're using you, and I said that yesterday. They were weaponizing.
There's nothing I can do about your children. What I can do is about the issue of you on this property. That's all I can do about. I can't do anything about the kids.
Well, let me go. I want to see the order.
I have it right here, Miss Jamie. Copy your trespass log. It has been long drive. Okay, if you return to this property, you will be in violation of that trespass order.
Where's this paperwork stating they have rightful right? What?
Get the badge number of the female right now, please.
Yeah, what's her badge number? I need hers. 310. And it's WANGLER. LER.
As far as the temporary custody paperwork for DCS, do you have information that he was supposed to be yesterday, the DCS worker?
Yes, I mean I know because she messaged me. He was there as well.
Yeah, Miss Angela.
And the last words that she said was, "I'll get a motion to compel."
Yes.
That was so. Now why? Within
Listen,
4 hours is she allowed to take my kids?
We don't know anything about that. Only thing we was called here, like I try to tell you, we was called here for a trouble with a person. Okay.
You know what she said, and you know why
wait, let me finish. You did. I detained you at that moment in time so I could figure out what was going on. Okay? To resolve this issue with DCS, that's between you and them. We was caught here for a criminal matter, okay? You're not being arrested or anything right now. But if you do come back to this property, you and Mr. Is it Wiltsey?
Yes.
Will be in violation of the trespass order, and you can be taken to jail. Okay? You need to get in contact with DCS.
I have tried, and they said they have my email. They messaged me, but just listen. They messaged me within 3 hours of that meeting that they needed to speak with me. Within 10 minutes, I had another message. I was tired. I have an illness, and that was the first time I haven't had these kids in a while. So I went to bed very early, and I laid down, so I didn't get her message. But within 10 minutes, she had a message stating they were legally detaining my kids. And that is what was said. So last I know, my children are over here at my daughter's house for a visit that I let her take them. I let her, and then this morning I messaged her and I said, I left a voicemail, what is going on? Because online, already all over the internet, the same group of people are posting that my kids have been taken. I didn't even know.
I don't know who.
Now you tell me how that happened.
I don't know what you're talking about on the internet.
I have hate pages. I've been, again, telling you guys this for a long time. These people have been stalking and harassing me for 2 years. They have these hate pages, and they have posted all over them that I lost my child before I ever knew. And so I asked her, who's going to answer for the release of breach of confidentiality records? Because nobody should know that.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, that's...
But they knew before me, and I'm like, what? And I tried to contact her, the daughter that I left just to visit with their sister. And the next thing I know, they're not answering. So I came over here to find my kids. I was not unreasonable with you guys the other day. I was not belligerent. You did not worry about me being all drugged up. Because if you had, when I told you my kids were there, you would have said something about, we need to call CPS then. Would you not have? If I looked drugged up and fucked up when you came out the other day.
Which time?
To you and both.
Okay.
At any time, did you say there's a problem, maybe we need to call somebody because she's all drugged up? No.
I did not. No, ma'am, I did not. Personally, me, no.
You did not suspect it.
But like I said, you wouldn't let us in the home. I'm not saying there is stuff in the home, and I'm not saying there's not. That's done deal. But we came out the first time because you and Mr. Wiltsey here had a issue about clothing, and we was just there to stand by.
And I called you guys.
Yeah, so nothing else got out of the way. And then we, like yesterday, I was out there. We was both assisting DCS in case there was anything that went sideways.
And nothing did.
You didn't let DCS in the home, but that's your choice and that's your opinion.
I mean, I have a right to even go and look for an attorney. I have an attorney. I filed a motion against them last time they did this to me, but then I compelled, and even like I was telling the other officer, Javier Casa, I requested that you guys, even the department that I have problems with, requested that you guys come out and walk with DCS because they compelled me to show them where my weapons were and to interview my children. That's all done through your guys. I have the body cams or the car cams. I mean, I worked everything out, did everything I should. Even in court, when I was compelled, I didn't sit and fight. I said, okay, Your Honor, let me do this then. To make me more comfortable, because I don't trust DCS, can I please have an officer from Plainfield Police Department come with me? And I did that. I've never not. But for me to just say, no, you can't come in my house, I offered to show her the text messages of these people threatening right before they got there. Threatening to call them. It's all over. This journalist has been documenting this for over 2 years. And she too has it where they went on her page saying, trying to blame her for calling DCS and having my kids removed.
The lady on the phone?
Yes, sir. This is an independent reporter.
Oh, I didn't know.
I mean,
let me say something to you, Jamie. You have to understand from me for 1 minute. I'm from Freedom from the Press.
Can you turn it up?
I covered a standoff in New Jersey that went viral. We had millions of views, and Jamie was involved in it. Ever since I was on that coverage and went viral, everybody involved in the story has been harassed by trolls online, including me. Everybody has been. But they have done extreme damages to Jamie's life. She's the one that they're doing most of the damage to. They have done horrific things to her in every way, in every area of her life, including stalking her physically, even when she's on vacation, stalking her and her children. She told your department these things many times over the 2 years, and not one of you have helped her.
PIO, if she wants any statements.
Yeah. I'm not speaking to her. She just wanted to say something.
No,
letting you know that Jamie is being completely stalked and harassed by trolls.
What's her name? Sherry? Shara? Shara?
Yes, sir.
If you want anything from the Plainfield Police Department, you got to talk to her PIO. So you need to contact.
A telephone number and name, please.
317. 839.
839.
8700.
8700.
And a name of a contact?
Deputy Chief Aldridge.
Deputy Chief Aldridge.
Okay. Okay, I will phone him.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
But did you see why I detained you? Because I had no clue what was going on. You was not being placed under arrest or anything. You was just being detained. Okay?
you did what you did.
Yes. All right, but do you understand the trespass warning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's also being logged with DCS as well.
I would like the paperwork showing that I cannot at least see my kids.
You have to I can't give you paperwork.
If my kids are in there, what right do you have to keep them from me?
That's DCS. I'm not keeping anybody from you.
But you're believing what? You're saying you saw paperwork, but nobody will show me paperwork. Why can't you just get that and show me?
Because it's not it's her phone and it's her information.
Yeah, and the DCS workers also emailed.
My kids were. Did she?
DCS also emailed multiple officers that's here the paperwork.
Y'all, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, but it's her children and she's not allowed to have the...
I can't speak to her, so I'm just going to walk away.
But you just said several of your officers have that order here. So
no.
Where is it?
No, they are going to send us. Are they going to send us?
They're going to email that paper.
Okay. But you need to get with them and have the same paperwork sent to you.
Yes, you need to contact DCS.
Contact them again and say, I'm needing this paperwork.
Yes.
They don't even have a legal right to take them, but I understand that's not you. It's pretty sad the day that somebody says, I'm going to exercise my rights, that their children get taken, and it will go very public. I am very much in the public eye.
Yes, ma'am.
This will.
Jamie, from now on, I'm going viral with your story. I'm gonna put this all over the place. What's happening here is egregiously.
What's wrong? Nancy Furman, I want it marked that Nancy Furman is the one that has been doing this. And I have threats of it. And I asked for that to be seen. And nobody would, what, you just take kids without even seeing the proof on my side? I understand.
So let's...
But why am I not, did you see that I'm not even allowed to physically see my children?
Jamie, which badge number handcuffs you? I need to know the badge.
Well, that's
329, Officer Westerfield.
You're the one that handcuffed her?
Yes. I detained her, yes, ma'am.
What was the crime, sir?
All right. There was no crime.
I don't have to detain.
Did you hear that? There was no crime. Jamie did not commit any crime. Jamie did not abuse her children. Jamie did not neglect her children. Yet her children were taken, and exigent circumstances did not apply at all. So this is very, very concerning what's happening here. And she's been through, I can't even tell you what's been going on in the last 8 months. And she has a chronic health problem, and it is just wearing down on her. And now tonight she's arrested, and I will find out more information tomorrow, and we will know if she has a bond tomorrow. She has court, I believe, 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm going to play body cam 2. In body cam 2, listen carefully. You guys may want to go back and listen to the body cams again without all the chatter online here, because there's a lot of information in the body cams of DCS talking to the police and back and forth, and getting a case open and ready for assisting DCS in court in the morning. Just listen to body cam 2 very well. I'm going to play it now, and you will hear a call to the prosecutor in trying to figure out what can be done for charges on Jamie at that time when she did nothing. Everybody, body cam 2, officer number 2.
On video doesn't matter.
Place the recorder in my hand.
It will be set down next to me.
Yes, it will.
Do you have your driver's license or ID on you?
ID, sir.
Why are you here?
She just asked me to
Hey,
come
do
with
not
her.
answer any questions.
Okay. You know why she was coming here?
To get her kids.
Okay. You think that was a good idea?
I don't know what's going on. She just asked me to come with her.
You live with her.
I really don't know.
You gonna pull this? You don't know what's going on?
I know it's her daughter.
He's in the car. Let me talk to him.
Right, because I asked him to come with me to get my children.
You willing to go to jail over this whole deal?
I'm picking up my children for my daughter.
I didn't. I just came off the ride. That's all. You see me? I was just sitting in the car.
I'm handcuffed behind my back, sitting on the steps of my daughter's house.
Be the same until we figure out what is going on.
And again, I'm helping.
How do you spell your last name?
I don't need to ask you right now, because we was called here because of you.
Okay, because I knocked on the door and the window to get to my children. To my other daughter.
Who lives here?
My kids are inside this house, and there's nothing legal.
It's you told.
Okay, I don't, Sam, real quick, let me clarify it for you. I'm walking into this blind, okay? I don't know, I don't know the story, I don't know any of who she is or any journalism or anything like that, so I'm just giving you my disclaimer that I have no idea what you're talking about, okay? Sam, I haven't handcuffed anybody. I'm walking into this blind, and like I told you, I have no idea the history of her story or anything.
I'm on HQ. He's on Ops. Are you on Ops 1?
Okay.
And they won't open the door.
Well, I'm just talking. I'm listening to you.
There's no reason to have me handcuffed. It's really just hurt. I really get back to and I have kids too. I have lived in this brother too, by the way. So if I get marks on my hand because of how tight he's got the dog, that will cause major medical issues.
17.
That's my dog.
Could you put that in the run, please?
Well, hold on a second. Okay, well, you got to give me a chance because I don't know what's going on. So until we figure out what's going on.
You know what's going on to go to the gas station. Sharon, I took him in that house.
Explain to me, I hear your son's story. How you got there and what fun. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know what you're talking about.
But you're
I've been here for 18 years. I don't know who you are.
I know there's a few.
But I'm not mad. I don't know who you are. Okay, so I have nothing against you. I'm listening to your story. Tell me what's going on.
2 years ago, we got up. I run a foundation that speaks against the corruption within DCS. I've been doing that for 2 years. I have had a case group, which I have tried to report here for many times. And the state police and the FBI. There's specific people that are doing this. Nobody knows them. So for 2 years, I've put up with them talking and practicing. They have, again, threatened DCS on me. And
Come get out. What do we got?
So, this lady has every right to have the kids.
Okay.
Paperwork's right here. I mean, you can read it just as well as I can. And
yeah,
she's over here stomping around throwing a hissy fit because she doesn't have the kids.
How did they get the kids taken yesterday?
That was yesterday's date too. Because she was on that side of the house coming around.
Is McFeely the one we were dealing with yesterday?
Tony?
No, Angel McFeely,
Yes.
It's the same lady we dealt with yesterday. Well, the question is she, I mean, this is family, right?
Yeah, this is Meijer and this is Meijer Johnson.
Okay, so it's not like unless there's an order stating she can't be around the kids or on the property, I don't know that we can do anything other than just trespass her.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We can do that.
Okay. We have to have her approve. She's going to have to be aware of that she can't let her back on property. Discipline. Got to have it. Got to have it. I don't want to get another IA. Although there's no I in Corona. Although coronavirus has IA. So this is her daughter. She's been given custody through DCS. She comes over, starts banging around the house. She doesn't want her here.
She wants her trespass?
We're going to trespass her. She comes back, we'll take her ass to jail.
She's getting ready to, and then I have
Okay. Just no contact over here, please. I just don't want him getting into a yelling match.
She's tensing up.
So.
Without any paperwork, you guys have, or anybody has, those children are rightfully mine.
No.
You want me to call the DCS right now? Because I can call DCS.
I just read the paperwork.
What paper? I want to.
DCS has paperwork that says those kids stay here. So here's what's going to probably happen. Assuming that no additional problems occur, she's going to get in this van. We're going to get out of your way. You're going to back out of here, and you guys are not coming back. Period. She comes back. She goes to jail. So you might want to try to impress upon her the whole concept that coming here is not going to help her with her kids. And if she comes back in an attempt to get her kids before DCS says to do so, it's going to make it harder for her to get her kids. And there's no doubt in my mind that the thing on her mind right now more than anything else is to get her kids. So for her to do that, she's got to start following the rules. Yep. And I get that, and I believe me, as a parent, I understand that. But
you know what? Yes, you have, because you're sitting here again.
She has paperwork from DCS. Let's just trespass her, get her out of here, otherwise we'll take her.
They just trespassed me from where my children are.
You are being trespassed from this address. I'll get you a trespass warning.
I know they put the DCS person's name in. I know her.
Yeah, I know. She came out yesterday.
Right.
So, yeah. So,
Every bit of it.
If you return to this address, you'll be in violation of that
My mom's
trespass.
house. Did she trespass me? My mom is the owner of this house.
the resident has trespassed you.
The resident, my daughter, who has my 2 children, who I just told you is keeping my children, is trespassing me.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Don't smile. You're the one that snatched the gun out of me.
It's hard to tell if you're smiling.
And don't treat me very kindly at all. It's funny how the situation was forwarding when you're the man that just mentioned it. I talked to it the other day, and then they come back and
She doesn't want to give you an ID.
Yeah, but we know who she is. It won't fly. So.
I'm trying to think of a run that we ran her on recently.
Well, we ran her yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, up on her address. Yeah, run my history from yesterday.
You just want me to do the trespass?
Yeah, that's fine.
Did DCS finally get...
Yeah, she's got paperwork on her phone. He and I have both read it. DCS has provided the children to her to keep here.
But not on our run.
Say what?
Not on your guys' run yesterday.
No. Yeah, well, not directly. Apparently went back.
Right. And then somehow got the kids.
Yeah, well, DCS gave them to her.
Yeah, but I'm saying that she wasn't letting you guys in yesterday.
No,
she was not letting.
No, she was saying you have to get an order, and McFeely said, "Fine, I'll go get an order."
So she got the order.
So she went and got the order. She came over, got the kids, brought them over here,
Here.
and they're placed here with the idea that she will put them into school.
Yes.
Now here's the funny part. What's the address here again? So they're going to Washington Township. They're still in Avon school. No, they'll be in field school here. So
who is this to her?
Daughter, and the gentleman is daughter's fiance. He just came back. He parked over.
The kids.
Wow, like 4 and something, I think.
So that would be this lady's sister, sibling.
I believe it's 109 Drive.
Yeah, well, probably either half or step, but yeah,
Some sort of relation.
yeah, some type of sibling.
So
This is grandmother's house,
Right.
which is her mother.
They
live here.
Right.
Grandmother, nothing like that.
They can issue a trespass.
Yes. So, her, him, kids are good.
How old are the kids? Again, do you know offhand?
No.
Okay, don't ask, because it'll start her going.
Paperwork there. But it's going to be, I'm just going to say it's going to be a bitch to get her off this property.
No, because she gets one opportunity, otherwise we take her.
Yeah.
She's got to go. Or
Once she's handed that trespass warning, she doesn't go. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the prosecutor's office will accept that. She doesn't have to leave and come back.
No.
She has to be. She has to go. Do me a favor. I'm going to call prosecutor's office. See if she can email you or me the paperwork she got from DCS. Yep.
I don't know why I asked for yours.
You don't have mine.
Oh, no, I got nothing.
No, just have her email that paperwork so we can put it into the case. Oh, okay. Yes, Officer Poston, Plainfield. Hey, this is Poston, Plainfield. Got a question for you. Dealt with a lady yesterday. DCS wanted to go over and do a site visit. She refused to let him in. Apparently, sometime after that, DCS was able to get the children, and they were placed in the custody of a relative. I don't want to say exactly because I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a like stepsister or half sister. Okay. The lady who had the children taken, we just got a call. She's walking around the house, banging on the house windows and doors, yelling, "Give me my kids!" So we get here. She's not right. Last name is Jones. We've had problems with her. She's YouTube Mike Mason all over hell and back. But we're getting ready to issue a trespass warning. The house is owned by the suspect's mom, but her daughter and the daughter and the daughter's fiance live here. They want her trespassed. There's no problem in issuing a trespass order first, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay. It doesn't. She's saying that because her mom owns the property that these kids can't tell her she can't come back, but they live here.
They live there. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's any different if you're renting a house.
Yeah, it's just because.
It's a landlord's permission.
Right.
Trespass something, or an apartment complex or whatever. Right?
Exactly, because a rental agreement puts you in charge of the possession, puts you in charge of the property at that point. Okay.
Right.
Okay, she's probably not going to leave. Does she have to leave before we jail her for trespass? Once we give her the written warning and have told her.
Yes. That's another section of the criminal trespass statute that says refuses to leave the property after being
trespassed.
But you don't even have to be trespassed initially. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought there was like a subset to that. So I just want to make sure. So if she's going to refuse to leave, which is probably what's going to happen, we're probably going to have a jail van involved. I'm thinking that's probably going to be a possibility too. Okay, well, I've got younger officers here, so they're going to handle this, but I'll headline it for them. Thank you, ma'am. Bye. Okay. Yes, it's in the run.
It's in the run?
Yep. Are we trespassing him as well? Okay.
I'll be famous for it.
Well, I have a pin in the neck, I told them I have bad back, and here they are. I've got my arms stretched behind me. I'm not being detained for what crime have I committed? Can I ask what crime I committed that I'm suspected of to be detained?
I wasn't here.
Well, you're being detained because we got a call that you're banging on the windows and trying to get in the house.
I'm not trying to get in the house, bang. Okay. Yes, I knocked on the windows.
Okay.
My kids are inside. Would you knock on the windows if you knew your kids were in there and somebody you love and have raised for 27 years is trying to keep them?
Well, but that's
probably too. I didn't.
That's why we're here. We get a call, we show up.
She tricked me the other day to get my kids. So how long has this been going on? I
don't know.
want to see the paperwork now.
Well, I don't have it. All she has it is electronic. I can't show you what I don't have.
So show me electronic.
Okay.
Why would she have paperwork but I don't? I'm the legal guardian, 100% sole custody of these two children.
Okay. Right now, DCS has provided the custody to go to this house and this family.
How can they do that without me?
They have that ability.
No, they don't.
So here's what's going to happen.
Specialize in DCS.
You're both going to be issued a trespass warning. You are not allowed to come back to this property.
I want to see my children now.
You do not have that option.
Where does it state?
DCS has given them custody.
I can't see my children.
Right now, until DCS tells us otherwise, there's nothing we can go.
It is really making me anxious, and I am hurting.
Aaron, uncuff her, put her in the car. If she gets out, we'll take her for resisting.
Put me in the car?
Yeah, you have to be in this car.
Okay.
But just stay in there. Do you have any weapons?
No, sir.
Nothing with you?
You have a key. Somebody have a cup key. Mine's in the car.
She's not good.
Yeah.
Disorder.
But she can just, as long as she stays in the car, then we're good. So I'm giving her the option. She doesn't want to be in the cuffs. She's claiming medical issues. We'll take her out. She causes a problem. That's all on her.
Man, I'm taking
He's taking them off now.
Okay,
she on the phone with?
Huh?
Who's she on the?
I think it's just a friend.
Okay.
I guess. It's
Were you hitting yourself? Who was hitting 37? Oh.
Can you maybe
We need to get them printed in writing for them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what he's doing right now. So once.
getting the red and the orange lights.
Yeah. So once they're in the car, we'll cut them out.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Unbelievable.
It is.
This was all in my own child. I'll never forgive you, Bree. Ever. Ever. I'm not, you either, Joe, because you were just a snake, too.
Yeah.
We have to provide her paperwork. No,
I have to take the case.
No, that is my cousin. He lied to me the other day. Steal my children.
Yeah, no, our case agent, she wants me to give them.
I want to see them. I need to see my kids. They haven't. There's nothing.
It's 317-220-2784.
Perfect. Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. I have to write it on my hand.
Hey, this is Scott Poston. We met yesterday out on Miller. I'm sure we can make arrangements. Can I get you to do me a favor? Can you just send me a quick email so I can just reply to it? And that way you've got it. We're going to get copies of these to Miss McFeely. Well, but we're dealing with it now. So yeah, as soon as this came out, they gave it to the smaller, younger of us that was there, and he got here, and then he had to handcuff her, and then I was the second one here. So it's kind of like a reunion, but just a day later. So, she's just convinced that she has every right to go see her kids. So,
Yeah, she does not.
no, that's well, and she doesn't.
She refused to answer the door when Smith and I went back out.
Oh.
Yeah, so I officially have not read the rights yet. And she would have talked to me last night. She would have answered the door.
Oh, nice. Well. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll see if we can't make that happen for you. I don't suppose you're close to drive right now, are you?
I'm not. I'm on CCS office right now.
Okay.
But it's a t-shirt, so I can actually come out there.
God, I want to be you when I grow up. So, well, we're gonna. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, we've got written trespass warnings. We are going to give them to both her and Anthony, the boyfriend that she wasn't supposed to be with, that she's with now. Anthony Wiltsey, and that will be on the trespass warning because we're issuing one to him as well. And do you want, normally, I don't know that we would normally do a case report, but will that help you if we do a case report on this incident?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I will.
I talked to Bugler this morning or last night. No, I sent a text last night. He was not this morning. I told him I needed all the police running to the house.
Okay. You mean to the one on Miller?
Yeah, to the one on Miller.
All.
Have gone out. I need a list of it. Bugler's like, what file the office? I'll see what I can do tomorrow. I'm like, I need it today.
Well, do you still need it?
I do because we'll go to court tomorrow morning.
Let me see what I can find out, and I'll try to get that to you on the email.
Like, you also have a computer yet?
Of course.
Okay, what's your email?
Scott.Poston, P as in Paul, OSTON, at plainfieldpd.org. You're still better than I am.
POSTON?
Yep. I will get this all taken care of, and I or someone else will make sure we get you copies of everything that we've got.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Not at all. Thanks for the call. Bye. Okay, we're going to pull a case. DCS wants a copy. I told her we'd get her everything. Yes, if she refuses to leave, that's an additional charge. So.
She wanted my badge number and my last name.
Mm-hmm. Just a Jeep. And my number's 221. It's Fowler. Heck, for the longest time I was signing, like the ambulance runs, I was signing Fowler 221 for like 4 years.
Is that your number? Did you have that number at one point?
No, I'm 231, but it was always just fun to put somebody else's name on there for a while.
Were we out yesterday for DCS issue?
Yeah. He and I went up there. I met her. We knocked, no answer. She was leaving when he showed up. He goes rabbit on it and starts walking around the house and banging on the door. She finally comes to the door. So we had DCS come back out. She refused to cooperate, wouldn't let him go inside, wouldn't sign anything, nothing. So
They were out there based on just a complaint?
A complaint. So she's like, well, you're going to have to get, yada, yada, yada. So she's like, fine. Hey, I can do that too. And so she ended up going back out. She wouldn't answer the door, but she ended up getting the kids. DCS has placed them here. Confirmed with DCS, she has no right to the children at this very point in time. So, and she wants all the information. She wants a copy of the trespass warning. She wants his info. So I said, we'll just do a case number. And I asked her, I said, do you want us to do a case? She goes, please.
It's easier for them to document it.
Yeah. So.
Not a fan of me today. Yesterday, me and Logan were out there. She loved me. I woke up today and she was.
Well, she really doesn't like Logan.
And more than me today.
Well, and she didn't understand why she was in handcuffs. And the thing is, no matter how hard we try, like Aaron's like, I don't know. I walked in on this. I don't know what's going on. He's trying to be nice. He's talking to whoever she had on the phone. And but she won't listen. She gets so head up on her own thoughts that this wall pops up and you can't get through it to try to explain to her. And it's like this. She's going to leave. I guarantee you she's coming back if she leaves in the first place. So.
Well, she was saying then you need to let me go.
Yeah, that's what I said. Hey, get her out of the cuffs. If she tries something stupid, then that's another issue and we can deal with that. But, hey, look, I'll play nice. Get her out of the cuffs. Put her in the van. Don't get out of the van. We're going to get you to leave. And you get to go on about your happy day and do your YouTube video.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of her YouTube videos?
Yeah, I watched them all back when.
Really?
Yeah. Not recently, but back when she videos.
Is she still doing that?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Because I'm wondering.
She didn't when we were there the other day.
Okay.
Again, the other day I was able to talk to her. I said, listen, this is what's going to happen. These are the... And I told her, I said, we're going to brainstorm. While we're waiting for your roommate to get here, let's brainstorm. This could happen, this could happen, this could happen. You don't like this, or this option. You like this option, but we can't do that option because of this. So how do we find that compromise in the middle? And she was good with that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She didn't like it, but I said, listen, your kids are upstairs. There's a gun in the house. We need to do this the safest way. I want to disarm you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have a right to have a gun in your home, but why don't you let me secure it while your roommate's here?
That's what I told him. I'm like, dude, you said, right now, the only thought in her head is my children.
Yeah.
And as a parent, I get that. Yeah. I really do.
Right.
But she's got to think forward to the point where, is me doing this going to help me get my kids? No.
The critical thinking.
Yes. I need to be better. And I said, you've got to help her do that.
Yeah.
Although I'm not so sure. I don't know if he's just that ignorant as to what's going on. Because he was like, I didn't know. I didn't know. So.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I said we move cars and get them the hell on their way.
I think. Yeah, what do we do?
He's talking to somebody on her phone.
What's her name? Sherry? Shara? If you want anything from the Plainfield Police Department, you gotta talk to her PIO. So you need to talk. 317 839 8700. Deputy Chief Aldridge. Yes, ma'am. But did you see why I detained you? Because I had no clue what was going on. You was not being undercover or anything. You just were detained. Okay? Yes. All right, but do you understand the trespass warning? Okay, it is also being logged to DCS as well. That's wait, I can't give you paperwork. That's DCS. I'm not keeping anybody from it.
You're believing what? If you're saying you saw the video, but nobody will show me the why am I supposed to just get and show me?
Because it's not all, I mean, it's her phone and it's new information.
Yeah, and the DCS workers also emailed. DCS also emailed multiple officers that's here the paperwork. I can't speak to it, so I'm just going to walk
Okay, but
away.
you just said some of your officers met that work.
No.
Are they going to send us?
They're going to email that paper.
You need to get with them and you have to send it to them.
Yes, you need to contact DCS,
Contact them again and say, I need that paper.
Yes.
They don't have a legal right.
Yes, they do.
Pretty sad for David. I'm going to exercise my rights with their children.
Ma'am, you don't have rights
Very public. I am
like that.
public act. And it's will. Nancy Furman, I want it marked. Nancy Furman is the one that has been doing this, and I have threats of her. And I asked for that to be seen.
Did you say Mark Furman?
Nobody would speak what? I understand.
So let's.
So why am I not? Did you see that I'm not even allowed to see physically see my children?
No.
Wow, that's
329, Officer Westerfield. I detained her, yes ma'am. There's no crime.
Yeah, let's. I don't have to detain. I don't have to have a crime to detain.
No.
Let's get this driveway cleared and get her out of here.
Yes. That part is,
I want to say something to Randy out there. Randy, did you hear what he just said? Let's get the driveway cleared and let her out of here. You were saying that they were trying to add charges on because she wasn't leaving, but that's not what happened. Look at the photos. The police vehicles got behind her car, around her car, and she couldn't pull out. She couldn't leave. So Randy, that's not what happened. They were on the phone trying to come up with extra charges, throw that on there, the prosecutor said. It's outrageous. And just so everybody understands how it happened the day that the children were taken, Jamie's relative called her and said, I haven't had the kids for a while. Can they please come over and hang out for a couple days, have the weekend over here, come for a visit? And Jamie said, of course, she wanted her children to be with the family and have a very fun visit. So she got the kids ready. They went over to the relative. And then that is when CPS knocked on Jamie's door. And Jamie told them to get a motion to compel. She didn't want to let them in, and she has the right to do that. The children weren't even in the house. There were no circumstances to be worried about because they weren't even home. They were at the relative's house. CPS left. Jamie took it upon herself to go to bed early because she has a health condition. And she thought, well, the kids aren't here for a couple days. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to put my slippers on and go to bed and get a good night rest and catch up on some sleep. And she did that. And CPS called back that evening, and Jamie didn't get that call until the next day because she went to bed. I don't remember the last time going to bed was a crime. I really don't. When your children are off for the weekend to a relative, you just want to put your slippers on and chill out. And that's what Jamie did. So what happened was DCS and the family members orchestrated the removal the way it went down. This happened before DCS ever even knocked on the door. It was all planned. That is a problem. You can't do it that way. There are other things that are happening in the case with falsified records, which I can actually prove, so I can say it. I'm not going to talk about what it is yet until I talk to Jamie. I have it all documented. I have other things that went on between the police department and DCS during things that happened after the children were removed. And it's going to be quite interesting when we air this. But it's up to Jamie when we air things, because I don't want to do anything without her approval. I've been very, very quiet on the case because I didn't want to interrupt her case plan. She did her case plan. She's been following everything they want her to do, doing her best. Yeah, she was in line for Christmas Eve trying to get her children gifts and got a drug test request while she was in line, holding all the gifts, trying to buy gifts for her kids. And she wanted to buy the gifts and then go ahead and do the test, but they marked her absent even though she said she was coming. It's just awful what they're doing. A lot of pressure, constant pressure. Parents have to jump through hoops. They have to spend all the money they have. She is winding up in poverty from this, and her nerves are just on the edge. She misses her babies. They want to come home. It's awful. This is not how you help families, DCS. I want to tell you, if you feel a family needs services, come into the home and help the family in the home and give them services. Don't take the children out of the home and traumatize the children, move them around, change their schools, and head for TPR in a half a year if you want to help the family, if you want to help the children, if you want to help the mother, if you want to help the father. The father and the mother are very willing, loving parents who have never abused or neglected their children at all. I know this. I know it. I have the entire file on this case. I just do. And it'll be up to Jamie what happens next. We got hit with a curveball tonight. She got arrested, and I will get filled in tomorrow. Thank you, Chloe. I'm just reading the comments here for a minute. No, Renee, Jamie did not abuse or neglect her children. She is a very outspoken activist. She's an actress, a comedian. You're not going to blame her for what is happening to her because she's in the public eye, and she's a very strong personality. That's not a crime. She didn't commit any crimes. She didn't abuse her children. She didn't neglect her children. Felony to batter an officer. That's interesting. When they knew we were going to release the body cams, I find that to be very interesting. Jamie was on her way to a food store, got her food in her car. I know this tonight. Got her food in her car, and something happened while she was out, and the police pulled her over. And I'm going to have to actually look into this and find out what happened. I can't make a comment on it until I know the whole story. You guys are making comments on a story that you don't even know what's going on. You have no idea what's going on. Disorderly. They've done that to her before when it wasn't. I have all the videos on that. Why am I laughing? I'm laughing at your comments, Daisy. All of you. Davian, I can't talk about that because it just happened today. And until I find out tomorrow what's going on, I really can't make a comment on it. I'll have to see it to believe it. I don't believe that. We'll find out tomorrow. I'll talk to Jamie tomorrow. I can't believe these comments. I'm just, you people. Uh-huh. Actually, Lola, that's not how it works. Because when you find out what they were doing behind the scenes, you'll know. You're wrong. You're actually wrong. They're not supposed to be working together to take children, Lola. You're actually wrong. Unless it was a crime committed, they are to actually work a crime investigation. They don't work a case for DCS to take children. They don't do that. It's not how it works. Jamie did not refuse any drug screen, Randy. She's been taking all of her drug screens. On Christmas Eve, she was in a line with gifts in her arms to get gifts for her children, and she had to run home to get the screen. She did not refuse it. She had an hour to get home and get it done, and they refused it, not her. Oh, Janet, I don't know who you are, but that that's like complete slander about me. How dare you? Oh, really? I wonder who Janet is. That's interesting. Must be a troll. Wow. I don't know. I think I'm done with the live. I will talk to Jamie tomorrow. Everyone out there who's watching who cares about Jamie, please say a prayer. She has been under so much pressure and just doesn't deserve it. She's a very kind-hearted person. I've known her now 3 years, and she's been very kind, and Angie, I'll find out tomorrow. Janet, that is a lie. Unbelievable. Every cop uses what charge? I know who that is. I know who Janet is. I just figured it out. I know who that is. Marie. Georgia Peach. That's a troll right there, everybody. Janet Reno. She's a troll. No, I'm not an activist. Correct, Janet. You're right. Jamie's the activist, not me. Oh, I do know what's going on. I know what's going on in her CPS case. I don't know what's going on with her arrest today. You guys, listen. I was about to go live with Jamie. At 8:30, I called her to go live, and her phone was on voicemail, and I knew something was wrong because she was ready to do the live. I last heard from her at 7:30 a.m., ready, excited to do the live, and she gave me her number to call her, and I couldn't get a hold of her at 8:30. I didn't find out that she was arrested today until I got a call while I was looking for her, and now I know that she is in jail. So I have had no time to find out exactly what's going on. I will find out tomorrow. None of us know what's going on until I speak to Jamie and until I look into the actual case that's going on, and that's going to take a little time. So I'll find out as soon as I can. And I will talk to Jamie about what she would like her statement to the public to be, because I'm not going to make a statement for her on what's going on with her right now. It'll be her own to make, and I will talk to her and get a statement from her. I guess that's all I have to say. You guys are just here, obviously, to pound her more, and all of you have been pounding her ever since the standoff, and it doesn't look like it's changing. No, CPS cannot do that. They can't orchestrate a removal behind a parent's back before they've knocked on the door. They have to knock on the door first, and they have to talk to the parent, and they have to get a court order to come into the home, some kind of a motion to come into the home, and they didn't do that. They instead orchestrated the removal of her children before they knocked on the door. How do you do that? How is that legal? Randy, you tell me how that's legal. Lola, what are you talking about? Jamie has done her drug screens, Randy. I don't know what you're saying. She calls me when she does them. I know she's done them. I have recordings. I know she's done them. Oh, Marie. Knock it off. Marie is Janet, everybody. That's Marie. Janet. No. She didn't refuse. Yes. Rebecca, thank you. Jamie is a great person. I'll tell you, I've known her 3 years now, and we've talked hours and hours. We know each other very well. I've known her for a while now. We've met many times. I've gone to court with her a couple times. I know Jamie well now. She was part of the standoff. I have her entire everything. She sent me all her recordings and her file. I know everything that's going on here. Oh, I'm a singer too. Yeah, I am, Janet. Randy, you're typing things you don't know about yet. You only know what you see on her arrest. You know everybody is innocent until proven guilty. You know that, Randy. You should know that more than anyone. If you guys don't have anything intelligent to say or any important questions, I'm going to sign off because you all are just slandering and it's not very helpful in any way. So if you have an actual question, oh, Lydia. Lydia, I don't even know who you are. Okay, everybody. Like I said, Jamie was arrested today. We'll find out more tomorrow. Didn't expect it. It's really sad. She's a great girl, and she doesn't deserve it. Whatever is going on, we'll find out tomorrow. Thank you, April, for praying for Jamie. I appreciate that. Yes, I know, Miss Tay. I don't know your real name. I heard. I was busy trying to go live when that all went down, Miss Tay. Randy, I don't understand your question. Okay, Lynette. Lynette, do me a favor, go in my messenger and write me a message. So I have you in there, and I will do that. Jamie tried to call me today, which I was unaware of. Lola, what are you talking about? Let them in when? Are you referring to CPS? Lola? Parents do not have to let CPS in their door, Lola, unless it's an exigent circumstance, which has to be proven either with a court order or a motion to compel. That is a law, Lola. A parent does not have to let CPS come in their home. CPS will then go get a motion to compel. But the caseworker didn't go get a motion to compel because she already knew where the kids were. The kids weren't with Jamie. They were on their visit, the orchestrated visit, so that they were reachable without Jamie's permission. Oh, Janet, stop it. You know you're Marie. Randy, they trespassed her. They did not move their police van from behind her car and the end of the driveway. Look in the photos, Randy. You see the photos? Watch the photos, Randy. You can see the police vehicles are right behind her car. Tell me, Randy, how would she pull out of the driveway if she's in handcuffs, and the police have her sitting on a deck. She can't get up. Her orders are to sit on the deck in handcuffs. How would you like her to get in her car? And how would you like her to remove the handcuffs to drive her car and pull out if cop cars are all surrounding her car from behind her? Go look at the photos, Randy. No, I don't lie, Chloe. I don't. Janet, I don't care if you don't like my singing. In fact, I'll sing more. Who cares? It's not about me. Don't make it about me. It's about Jamie. Any questions about Jamie and what we just heard on the body cams? That's all I'm going to answer, and I'm going to sign off. Yes, Arlena, Janet is a troll. It's Marie. Georgian Peach. Randy, how can they trespass her if there's a police van behind her car and she's in handcuffs sitting on a deck? Really, answer that question. I know he said it on the body cam. He trespassed her, but he was trying to add more to it when she wasn't doing anything wrong. Go back and listen, Randy. You will hear a lot more the second time than you did the first time, I promise you. Everybody put your earbuds in. Go back and listen again to the body cam. You will hear people trying to add charges onto Jamie when Jamie did nothing. You will hear the female officer trying to get come up with a charge on Jamie for failure to identify when Jamie wasn't even asked to give her ID, and she was sitting on a deck with handcuffs on, and they knew who she was. She never got asked any question about it, yet that officer was offering a charge on Jamie for failure to identify. Go back and listen again. What officer would do that to someone who is not doing any such thing? Randy, I'm saying that Jamie never did refuse her drug screen. She did all her drug screens. She missed the one on Christmas Eve, but she was going home to do it. They decided not to do it. And she, she's not here to talk about that. We're talking about the body cams right now, and then I'm going to sign off because I'm not going to answer for her. She obviously is not here, and we're not going down that road. That is for Jamie to speak, not for me to speak. I'm only referring to the body cams, which is what I aired tonight. The phone call from her ex-husband in which he tells a caseworker that Jamie is a very good mother, doesn't do drugs. You heard that, Randy, right? That's the father of the children. He would know. That's the ex-husband who would know. They're both very good parents and they both love their children. So I'm talking about the body cams only. If you have no questions about the body cams or about the 2 phone calls, then I'm signing off. Susie, no, but if you heard that recording that I just aired, they are threatening to file for TPR in March. Yes. You heard it. He broke it to Jamie very recently. Devastating, because Jamie has been following her case plan, giving her entire heart. In fact, on her live videos, she was complimenting DCS and thanking them for some of the services that they gave her. She was doing her case plan. And for them to go down that road so quickly after only a half a year, everybody, how do you go for a TPR in only a half a year when the mother is following the case plan? Something's wrong here. Something's really wrong here. How many families does this happen to? I bet a lot more than Jamie. I bet a lot more than Jamie. In fact, I know a few. Daisy, I have no idea what you're talking about. She wasn't trespassing. Everybody, Jamie was going to the home where she left her children. It is a family-owned home where her family is. She went to get her children, and she was trespassed from picking up her children because CPS was already involved, and Jamie didn't know that they took the children. She did not get any official statement or her rights read from CPS, which you heard the caseworker on the phone call to the police officer saying that she officially did not give Jamie her rights for the removal of her children. Jamie was simply going to pick up her children. That is not a crime. It is what a good mother does after a visit with families. They go pick up their kids. She did nothing wrong. And her kids were nowhere to be found at the home where she left them. She panicked. She was knocking on the door, banging on the door. Where are my kids? She didn't know where they were. You know how I know this? I was on the phone call when it happened. She called me. I witnessed all of it on the phone, all of it. She didn't do anything wrong. Randy, I don't think you're paying attention. I know you would know better than anyone. She was blocked in with several police vans. She could not leave the property. She was trespassed, and even when she was trespassed, she could not leave the property until the handcuffs were taken off. Go back and listen to the body cam. They took the handcuffs off, they put her in her van, and the police did not move her vehicles until you hear the end of the body camera where it goes off. She didn't do anything wrong. She was calm. I see the entire video. Okay, we will find a way to air that video. I have to redact license plates, and I have to redact the home address from the video, and then I can air it. I don't know how to do that with a police video. I don't know how to do that, but I'll find out how to do that. Jamie didn't do anything wrong. She was very calm the whole time the police were there. She did not muscle up on the police. She didn't do anything wrong. She sat down where they put her and sat down the whole time, didn't get up. She didn't do anything wrong. She followed every command that they told her to do. What investigation, Lola? Are you saying there was a crime? You say she was detained for investigation. DCS cannot detain a parent for an investigation unless a crime has been committed. So, Lola, if you can tell me what crime that Jamie committed, then I'm all ears. Give me the crime. Because without a crime, you cannot be detained for an investigation. What investigation? The police didn't have a crime there. They were just trespassing her. They can't detain her for any kind of investigation. DCS can't detain her for an investigation because a DCS investigation is not a criminal thing. It is a civil matter. Yes, folks, DCS is a civil matter. It is not a criminal matter unless there is a crime. And then you get PD involved because now you have an investigation for a crime, which did not happen in this case. No crime was committed. No child abuse, no child neglect, no crime. Somebody didn't like Mommy's personality, Mommy's loud activism, her wild side that she showed the public. Somebody didn't like that. So here she is. Here she is. No, Bill, she didn't refuse it. She refused to be naked in front of people she didn't know to do a drug test. That's outrageous. She's been jumping through every hoop, Bill. You're wrong. I've been in contact with Jamie the whole time. I have everything. I have everything on the case, and she's been complying to everything. Following her case plan full-heartedly. Not just following it, but actually doing very well, getting along with all the workers and full-heartedly following her case plan every step. She has not opposed anything. She didn't like being naked in front of people she didn't know. And I'm not lying, Janet. Marie. I'll call you Marie. Randy. No one was answering the door. No one told Jamie to leave. You're not listening, Randy. Let me tell you how it happened. Jamie knocked on the door. Jamie knocked on the windows because nobody was answering. Jamie got scared because her children were in that house. They were supposed to be picked up, and they were nowhere to be found. She had made phone calls all morning trying to find her children, and they were nowhere to be found. She was in a bit of a panic. Nobody within the house told Jamie to leave the property, Randy. Let me say it again, Randy, so you can understand. Nobody told Jamie to leave the property. Nothing happened until the police arrived and Jamie saw them coming, and she still was not told to trespass the property until the police did so. So you're actually wrong, Randy. You have to really listen to what I'm saying and listen to the body cam. You can't make a statement that is not a fact in a case like this where somebody is fighting for their children, Randy. You have to be more responsible. You are an advocate. As an advocate and as somebody who is criminally very involved, you understand how criminal activity works, you know, how law enforcement works. You wouldn't make a statement that is untrue, that can hurt a family if you're a family activist or advocate. Get the whole story and then make your statement, Randy. And that means the documents too, Randy. You have to have the case. I have the case. I'm speaking from documents. Melissa, the officer ran up to Jamie and handcuffed her on the spot before he knew anything about what was going on. I don't know any officers that just walk up and just handcuff someone who's calmly standing there on a lawn, coming to pick up their children, not doing anything wrong. If you drop your children off at a residence, you go to the same place to pick your children up when they're there for a weekend, for a visit. And she did exactly that. The day she was supposed to pick them up, she went to pick them up. She was anxious because nobody was answering the phone. She didn't know where her kids were. And Lola, I'm not confused. I'm pretty on top of what's going on in the case. Okay, well, you guys, I think I'm going to sign off. We'll find out, Chloe, because I've got a lot of things recorded that I'm going to air in this case, which will show you how wrong your statement is, actually. Okay, everyone. This is really not helping in any way. Everybody's just making statements that are not true in the case. So anyone who's actually coming onto the live, when you read through the comments, there's obviously some trolls mixed in with caring people. And a lot of trolls are lying. They're lying about me. They always lie about me. They're lying about Jamie. They always lie about her too. And they lie about other families, and that's kind of their job. They go from they go to the cases that are high profile, which is what this is, because it started out with a standoff that went viral that I covered. Everybody knows the Lee Kenworthy story, and that's where I met Jamie. She was involved. And ever since Jamie was on that story, she developed a following of big trolls. One of them being Vernon, which we are going to reveal his real name. We know who Vernon is. Vernon has some warrants out for his arrest. And I'm not going to reveal his name unless I'm with Jamie doing so, because that's something that we need to do together. So I won't be doing that now that Jamie's in jail. But I will talk to Jamie tomorrow, and I will get more information. As soon as I have more information, I will come onto Facebook and I'll give everybody some information. Why was Jamie scared and in a panic due to her kids being in a home she left them in? Randy, let me explain that. Jamie was in a panic because she was supposed to pick her children up, and she kept calling the relative in which she is supposed to pick her children up from, and nobody was answering the phone. That is why she was in a panic. They were not answering the phone. DCS knocked on her door. She asked for a motion to compel. DCS said, okay, I will get that. They walked away, and that was the end of that. Jamie went to pick up her children, and she couldn't find them. Now, if I went to pick up my child and I couldn't find my child, I would be in a panic. Yes, you can definitely count on me being in a panic if my child goes missing and I don't know where they are when I left them at a relative's house for a weekend visit. So Randy, that's normal. She was responding in a normal manner. What would you do, Randy? Walk away not knowing where your kids are and just say, oh, nothing's wrong, I'll go to the beach. What would you do? It's ridiculous. Lauren, she was banging on the window a bit and the door, but I wouldn't say banging, but knocking pretty hard. asking, please, where are the kids? She heard something going on inside the house. Nobody was answering the door. Why would you do that to a mother and not tell her where her children are? What do you expect a mother to do? A mother is like a bear when she is worried about her children. I know I am. It's normal. Very normal. Randy agreed that it can be trespassing if cops have you blocked in at a time, but they said it was prior. No, Randy, nothing was prior. Nobody told Jamie to leave the property. No one spoke to Jamie. No one came to the door. No one answered the door. They called the police because that's what they were instructed to do by CPS. CPS was on speed dial on the phone. Speed dial when the police arrived on the phone was DCS, the caseworker that took the children. So Randy, you're actually wrong. I'm not contradicting anything. Nothing at all. She was detained. She was the only person standing there. So no, she had no reason to be detained. She didn't have any weapons. She was just standing there on her relative's property, her family property. Sorry to hear about that, Jennifer, about your kids. Okay, everybody, I'm going to end this live. Everybody, please say a prayer for Jamie. If you care about Jamie, please say a prayer about for Jamie tonight. She really needs it. The girl has been up and down through everything in the last 8 months, and it's wrong. It's wrong. She's losing everything. She's lost everything. And everybody has to get off her back, pray for her, help her, support her. You know, when you see people going through a hard time in life, you don't step on them and make it worse for them. Have a compassionate heart. She's not a bad person. You may not like her wild personality or her loud activism or her comedian side. She's a comedian. She likes to do her videos and approach activism in a very comical way. It's not a crime. It doesn't make her a bad person. So please stop being so hard on her and give her a chance. She is going through a horrible time right now. She's in a jail, and I'm going to get to the bottom of what's going on. I'm not going to go by what I see on a court document. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. You bet. So I will talk to Jamie tomorrow. I will get back to everybody. Freedom Public Press, Shara Michelle, have a good evening. Thank you for being with us. Love Tea Time, Talk Radio. We didn't expect the night to go like this, and sorry, I'm completely thrown tonight. Everything we planned, it changed. Sorry. See everybody next time. Thank you for being with us. Good night.